the situation for the Los Angeles Lakers just got a lot more interesting. Several new reports have surfaced that reveal major updates regarding trade plans, specifically surrounding one key player. Today, we're going to break down exactly what these developments mean for the Lakers moving forward, while also touching on a few other significant updates. But before we dive in, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel for regular updates. You've all been incredible in supporting, and it really means a lot. Earlier in the off-season, there was plenty of chatter about potential trade, especially involving Andrew Wiggins. Many assumed that his situation was mostly settled, and that a deal wasn't imminent. However, a recent report has reignited interest, suggesting that Wiggins remains a player the Lakers could pursue as they continue to explore trade opportunities. Most of the heavy lifting by Rob Pelinka and the Lakers front office may have already been done, but it's clear that the team is still weighing options and waiting for the right move to make a meaningful impact. A new article outlined the most realistic trade scenarios for several teams, and in the case of the Miami Heat, Andrew Wiggins was highlighted as the primary target. The report emphasizes that Wiggins is the main player to monitor in any potential trade discussion. He was involved in several talks over the summer, and with the Heat projected as a middle-of-the-pack team, his name is expected to surface repeatedly, both during the off-season and potentially around the trade deadline. This makes Wiggins a player to keep an eye on, especially considering the Lakers' ongoing need for a dynamic two-way wing. For Los Angeles, acquiring Wiggins has been a priority for quite some time. The Lakers explored multiple opportunities throughout this past off-season, and even prior to that. His skill set aligns perfectly with what the Lakers are looking for: a versatile two-way player who can contribute on both ends of the floor. Reports also note that, despite the ongoing trade speculation, LeBron James is expected to remain in Los Angeles for the season thanks to his no-trade clause. This sets clear boundaries for the Lakers in terms of trade flexibility. Regarding trade candidates, Austin Reaves and Rui Hachimura are mentioned as the most valuable assets the Lakers could potentially move. While Reaves seems relatively safe for now, Hachimura's inclusion makes sense strategically, especially in a package aimed at acquiring Wiggins. The proposed scenario in the report suggested the Lakers would receive Wiggins in exchange for Hachimura, Gabe Vincent, and 2 future first-round picks. While giving up 2 first-round picks is significant, the Lakers may view it as worthwhile to add a proven two-way player capable of elevating the team's championship potential. As the new season approaches, trade discussions will continue to evolve, particularly as the roster begins to take shape around LeBron, Anthony Davis, and the rising talent like D'Angelo Russell or potentially Luka Doncic. Adding Wiggins could be the piece that solidifies the Lakers as legitimate title contenders, given his ability to impact both ends of the floor. Even though the current roster has talent, a player of Wiggins' caliber could provide that extra edge needed to compete at the highest level consistently. So why would a move like this make sense for the Lakers? It's clear that Andrew Wiggins brings a skill set that could significantly elevate this team. Comparing him to Rui Hachimura, most would likely agree that Wiggins is the more complete player overall. The question, however, becomes whether it's worth giving up Hachimura plus a first-round pick, or even multiple picks, to secure Wiggins. That's where the debate gets interesting, and it's a conversation Lakers fans and analysts have been revisiting as the season approaches. Rob Pelinka has hinted in the past that he intends to reshape this roster aggressively, and while much of the heavy lifting may be done, nothing is set in stone. The Lakers still have expiring contracts like Gabe Vincent and Maxi Kleber, along with valuable contributors like Rui Hachimura, who, while not on an expiring deal, remains a solid rotation player. From Miami's perspective, a deal like this isn't necessarily unfavorable. Hachimura provides immediate value, while the additional draft assets give the Heat the flexibility to continue building and remain competitive in the Eastern Conference. For the Lakers, acquiring Wiggins aligns with a win-now mentality. Last season, Wiggins demonstrated why he's considered an elite two-way player, contributing on both ends of the court. Offensively, he offers versatility that Hachimura doesn't quite match, Wiggins can score at all three levels, from beyond the arc, mid-range, and at the rim. He's capable of creating his own shot, driving to the basket, and making plays in transition. Defensively, he's a reliable presence, something that becomes especially valuable when looking at the Lakers' starting lineup. Right now, the current setup has defensive gaps that could be addressed by a player like Wiggins. Strategically, adding Wiggins would allow the Lakers to remain flexible with rotations. For instance, they could keep Marcus Smart on the bench as a veteran leader and defensive anchor, while Wiggins solidifies the starting five alongside LeBron, Anthony Davis, Austin Reeves, and potentially Luka Doncic. This lineup could strike a balance between spacing, scoring, and defensive coverage, while still leaving depth on the bench. By comparison, relying solely on Hachimura would leave certain areas of the floor vulnerable, particularly against high-powered offenses in the league. From a trade mechanics standpoint, the package suggested Hachimura, Gabe Vincent, and 2 future first-round picks represents a significant investment for Wiggins, but the Lakers may view this as a necessary price to add a player capable of immediately impacting both ends of the court. For Miami, receiving Hachimura along with draft capital allows them to remain competitive with stars like Bam Adebayo and Tyler Herro, while also giving them the flexibility to flip Hachimura for additional assets later if needed. It's a scenario where both teams could find strategic benefits, depending on their respective goals for the season and beyond. Beyond the trade talk, there's also the buzz surrounding Luka Doncic. In his first Eurobasket game recently, Luka posted 28 points, 10 assists, and 6 rebounds in just 28 minutes. Early footage suggests he's quicker, more agile, and more confident on the court than previously observed. Observers have noted a sharper pace in his decision-making and an ability to attack the rim more effectively. If the Lakers were to pair Wiggins' two-way impact with a dynamic playmaker like Doncic, or continue to build around LeBron and Davis, the team could position itself as a formidable contender heading into the new season. Looking ahead, the Lakers' roster could be just a step away from reaching true championship-caliber status. Luka Doncic's development will be a critical piece of that puzzle. While he's never going to be an elite defender, let's be realistic. If he can evolve into a competent, reliable defender, it would significantly enhance the overall starting lineup. Even incremental improvements in his agility, lateral movement, and defensive awareness could make a noticeable difference, especially when paired with the defensive versatility that a player like Andrew Wiggins brings to the floor. What's encouraging is that even in his initial Eurobasket games, Luka is showing promising signs. He appears healthier, more explosive, and quicker than he did pre-injury. For a player coming off a knee injury and essentially taking his first real steps back into competitive play, his performance is reassuring. His confidence seems renewed, and his conditioning looks strong. While the competition level in Eurobasket isn't identical to the NBA, the glimpses we've seen of his playmaking, court vision, and ability to navigate defenses suggest that he's closer than ever to hitting his potential. This bodes well for a Lakers team that may still be searching for that final piece to complete a championship roster. Trade discussions are certain to continue right up until the start of the season, with teams exploring any opportunity to upgrade and strengthen their lineups. For the Lakers, the focus remains on securing versatile two-way players who can contribute immediately on both ends of the court. Adding someone like Andrew Wiggins could address both scoring and defensive needs, while Luka's continued development ensures that the team has a dynamic offensive engine capable of controlling the pace of game. Combine that with the established leadership of LeBron James and Anthony Davis, and the Lakers could have a truly balanced and formidable starting five. Of course, chemistry and depth will play huge roles as well. The bench group must complement the starters, providing energy, defensive intensity, and shooting when needed. Veterans like Marcus Smart and Austin Reeves are crucial here, offering flexibility and leadership, while the team continues to assess younger players and potential trade assets. Strategically, this combination of established stars, emerging talent, and smart acquisitions could allow the Lakers not only to compete in the regular season, but also make a deep playoff run. Ultimately, If this roster comes together as envisioned, the ceiling is incredibly high. The Lakers have the talent, versatility, and experience to challenge any opponent in the league. A strong defensive presence, elite two-way players, and a revitalized playmaker in Luka Doncic could create the kind of balance that championship teams thrive on, while one or two additional moves could further solidify their title aspirations. Even as is, this team has the potential to be dominant. Now it's over to you. How do you see the Lakers shaping up this season? Are they close to a championship-ready roster in your eyes? What are your thoughts on potential trades or roster adjustments? Drop your opinions down below. I'd love to hear your take on what could be the next big moves for Los Angeles. The offseason is far from over, and the story of this Lakers team is just beginning to unfold.